June 13th. It's a Thursday. It is 3:30 to go, bringing you some sports talk. And I am your host, Matt McGaw, getting it up right away. Guys, go check out the comments. We're going to give you an idea of what we're talking about today. Going to try to talk about the NBA Finals. That was a rough go. Okay, that I have been completely wrong. All right, so this is foot, shoe, in mouth. I didn't know what I was talking about. I've been waiting for Kyrie's 50-point performance. That hasn't happened. Though last night Kyrie did kind of get it going at home, threw down 35. But this series just looks blah. Like, why? Why are we getting this as a fan base? Very, very annoyed with that. Very, very annoyed. So I'm going to throw the banner up here at the bottom, guys. Go ahead and take a look as we kind of start working through this. You can see the scores. We'll get to those in a little bit. But last night in the NBA, the Celtics win 106-99. Luka, the whining's got to stop. And I think the whining over the whole year has caused the problem that we're seeing. I'm going to completely agree. The officiating was sketchy last night. Very sketchy, seemed very one-sided. Maybe it's because I'm rooting for the idea to make this a series, but it just doesn't, it's not adding up. The referees are just struggling hard. So Luka throws in 27.6 rebounds, 6 assists, decent game, probably would have been in the, I would say, mid-30s and maybe padded that rebound and that assist stat a little bit more, but he fouls out. So Luka fouls out of the finals. And if anyone else was watching this, it went to a review. I'm thinking in my head, New York's calling the NBA and they're saying, hey, we can't let the star for the Dallas Mavericks foul out. So let's go ahead and rescind this blocking foul and let's call it a charge on Brown. No, they don't. They put their foot down. They draw the line in the sand and they say, nope, Luka, you're out. And they foul him out. Okay. Luka, probably the best way to look at last night, probably could have gotten multiple technical fouls for the amount of complaining he was doing. Some rightfully so. I would say out of the 6, 3 were legit. There's nothing to argue about. Those are fouls. There were 3 questionable NBA final fouls. Okay. And to put emphasis on it, at the end of the game, the referees didn't want to call anything. Seriously, they didn't want to call anything in favor of Dallas. This is at the very end of the game. Okay. So the coach from let me set the stage a little bit here. The Celtics are about to foul the Mavericks in this clip I'm going to show because they don't want the Mavericks to get up a 3. Smart basketball, IQ basketball. Watch Derek White grab, put his arm, right arm, left arm around this guy's arm, bicep, and pull. Okay. The ref standing in the background, I want you to be able to see him. This is the point I'm trying to make. So here it is. This is the inbound. The inbound gets inbounded right here at the top of the key. You'll see it. Boom. Do you see how his hand's out? And he points at the ref. Ref raises his hand. Listen to the commentator as they kind of come in and out here. Even says Doris tried to foul him. Even White's sitting there saying, I tried to foul him. Guy doesn't want to call it. The angle is way better. Boom. Let me grab his arm. Let me point at you to let you know to blow your whistle. And this angle is even better. Look, he looks at him and he looks right, goes, oh, okay. Yeah, no, not going to call it. I'm going to let Tim Hardaway jack one up. As a fan, you got to do better. We got to be better than that. Even right there, it's a blatant foul and they're not calling it in front of him. It wasn't like he was down in the corner and he got sidetracked by Patrick Mahomes, who was at the game last night. Him and Brittany were kicking it up and down the sidelines. I don't know if you guys saw that, but Patrick Mahomes was in the house. Got me thinking too, how lucky for him. He's in Kansas City, so technically he gets a free pass, right? He gets a free pass with basketball. So he can pick whoever he wants. And he's at Dallas. He's a hometown. I believe he's from Texas, so it makes sense. If I want to hear more in depth. Oh, okay. Thanks. Huh. All right. Well, that was nice. Thanks, Liam. He wants to know if we want any more in depth. We can get into that. Check the comments there. All right. So the officiating completely awful. Like Katie had even said, I was looking at the comments. I apologize. I got sidetracked. When my eyes move over, well, this way, I'm looking at the comments that I see on my screen. So they didn't even call that. And here we are. 3-0. Luka's out. And Kyrie chips in the 35 points, 3 rebounds, only 2 assists. I think that's rough in the assist category. Brown continues. There's your MVP. Jason, he's going to end up winning that. Jason Tatum is not winning the MVP finals. If they give it to him in the finals, it's BS. I'm just calling it right now. 100% Jaylen Brown should get it as well. So it wasn't a fluke in the Eastern Conference Finals. And Jason Kidd, who makes this comment about a week ago and says Brown's their best player, and this is supposed to be psychological warfare. Okay, that's psychological warfare to give credit to the other player's team, a member from the other team, and say they might be the best player on the team. Oh, I'm messing with you. Okay, like, come on, really? But take it or leave it at what it is. Tatum has not been the unsung hero. I see Brown as that, and I think he's winning the finals. And then next year, it's sad. I'm not even giving Dallas any hope, even though they're already favored in the next game, Friday night, 8:30. Make sure you tune into that one, okay? All right, just tune into the last 3 minutes of the game, unless you want to see all the theatrics in between. But still, point is, so series over. We're lost. And now let's start examining Luka. Do I think that this could be an eye-opening moment for him? Absolutely, because they are going at him defensively. They're challenging him, and he is really struggling to step up there. Kyrie made it a point in the Western Conference Finals to put defense first, and that was what he knew to get them into the finals, and that worked against the Thunder. Now, in the finals against the Celtics, they moved the ball so well. No Porzingis, no problem. Okay, even with Porzingis out, it didn't even matter, and there it is. Other NBA news, the logo is the best way to put it. Even that's how I heard it this morning. It is the truth. Jerry West, let me take this banner down so nobody can see that. And actually, you can see the whole thing. There it is. Jerry West passing away yesterday. There he is up at the top with Walton and Kareem. Jerry West has been an intricate part of the NBA and a centerpiece of it. They lost the centerpiece of it last night. So, as always, life is too short. It's a long-lived life. Jerry definitely lived a great life, but still, you never like to see such a huge piece of, sports where, like I said, he's the logo. That's where the NBA logo is, created essentially through him. And it sucks. So we wish everybody in the West family a true heartfelt apology, sympathy from 330 to go. We appreciate you, Jerry, for everything that you did while you were here, and the legacy will definitely continue on, and we will continue to keep moving forward in the NBA. So that's very awesome. To be able to pay tribute to him. And that's a life well lived, and being able to get the opportunity for, people to remember you, and I know I will. So in MLB scores, let's get back to that. Okay. Let's get over to that. Reds beat the Guardians last night. The split happens. There's no crowned winner of the Battle of Ohio. So we'll catch you in the next one. Okay. So the Reds and the Guardians split 4-2, gives it to them. The Twins beat up on the Rockies 17-9 with a season high 24 hits for the Twins. Must be those Lake Minnetonka uniforms that have the Twins playing oh so well, right? Brewers a 5-4 winner over the Blue Jays. Giants 5-3 over the Astros. Padres behind rookie Jackson Merrill's homer in the ninth. All right, beat the A's 5-4. Orioles a 4-2 winner over the Braves. The Nationals beat the Tigers 7-5. Cubs beat the Rays 4-3. Bellinger with a 3, and that makes a big difference for the Cubs. Red Sox at 8-6 winner over the Phillies. Mets beat up on the Marlins 10-4. Yankees crush the Royals 11-5 behind Stanton, Trevino and Verdugo, homers. That's just great. They have so much power in their lineup that you can talk about multiple guys getting home runs throughout the game. Angels an 8-3 winner over the Diamondbacks. Mariners beat the White Sox in 10, 2-1, and the Rangers beat the Dodgers 3-2. So there gives you all of your MLB scores for around the league. So also moving on, as I'm looking last night, getting excited to go and potentially, see Dallas win. I'm cruising the stations. All right. I'm cruising. And I'm not lying. I need somebody to start commenting along with this because I want to know what I witnessed. And this is no lie. This is my exact reaction as I'm sitting there. I'm sitting down. I just air fried some chicken wings. Okay. That's healthy. I'm sitting down. Turn on the TV. I'm going to watch a little NBA pregame, and I'm flipping through the sports channels, and I stumble on this. This is my raw reaction. Take a listen.
1-1. Way in front of that one, John.
That's the Republicans versus the Democrats?
Hang on. This is I screwed up here. This is the original.
What am I watching? You guys see that?
1-1. Way in front of that one, John.
That's the Republicans versus the Democrats? This is a thing?
Somebody sleeping on the base paths.
Snoopy struck out in the first inning. And another ball up.
Oh my.
Yeah. I finished that with, oh my God. Why? Why in God's green earth am I cruising through sports channels and all of a sudden I get the glory and the opportunity to watch our Senate and House, Republicans and Democrats? And I don't care. This is not to get into who anybody prefers, but guys, wake up. That's our tax dollars. Okay. I don't get this at all. Makes 0 sense. It's a thing. It's a charity event. So I had to look in. Boys and Girls Club of Washington. I get that. That is awesome. Just donate the money. Just donate the money and get back to work. How about that? Okay. I don't need to see grown men that some were athletic. Some were athletic. There was athletes out there. There were some guys that I don't know what we were doing. Okay. Play softball. Play softball. There's so much that annoyed me about watching this, and I did. No lie, it caught my attention. I had it on the return button, flipping back between NBA pregame and this, because I wanted to see someone pull a hamstring. Grown men running around the bases, supposed to be making political choices for me to better us as a nation. And you guys are out there playing a good old game of America's baseball. Awesome. And then I got to watch this. I got a couple of clips. So hang in tight if you think this, look it up. This is amazing. First of all, this is a grown man. And I don't care what political party, but why? Why do this? This is like T-ball stuff.
I mean, if you have the fastest man in
Look at him.
Congress and you can
Look at my boy.
do that.
Apparently, this is the fastest man in Congress. Horribly thrown ball to second base, overthrown. He realizes he's going to take on third. Right here, I for sure. Decent slide. I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10 on that slide. I'm like, this guy's an athlete. Yep, there he is. Now he's feeling himself here. Watch.
You know, we talked about him being the fastest man in Congress after winning.
You hear that? This is named. He's been named fastest man in Congress.
He said, look, he said, John Thune, the Republican whip.
Now watch what he does here. This is where I lose all respect.
Is about like being the best surfer from Kansas.
Don't do this to me.
And you're right, he's wearing the University of Texas at San Antonio uniform, and as I said earlier, ironically, the mascot there, the
right here. What are you doing?
Runners, John.
Kazar dancing off third as Stubby trying to get out of a jam all of the sudden here after retiring the first.
Well, let's go back. Let's go back. Just for anybody who just cannot believe what you witnessed. I'm sorry. If I'm the only one who thinks this is just odd?
Base runners, John.
Kazar dancing off third as
you're really going to confuse that pitcher, that guy who doesn't pitch for a living. Okay, that's at a charity event. you're having fun, but like again, you're in a different spotlight. You're part of Congress. Makes me a little concerned if he was a representative from my part, or I shouldn't say representative from my state. I don't want to get caught here because I'm not trying to make this political, but seriously, there was so much going on, okay, in this game. Okay, here's another clip that I just thought was great. This guy
having trouble finding the strike zone here.
strokes one. That's a baseball swing. Again, athletes, great field. He did it again. Look, remember he's dancing on third base? Well, this is him getting driven in. He one-ups it. He says, I'm not just going to. He wasn't trying to distract the pitcher. This is how this man operates. Watch him. He was so excited to score, he jumped on the plate. I don't know. You guys be the judge. Maybe I'm just overanalyze it and I'm just being a big jerk, and I probably could. Okay. But they were getting after it. Okay. They were absolutely getting after it. Here's a slap hit right back up the middle. I mean, this guy got a hold of it like nobody's business. Not really. And the Dems and the Republicans got to get into a little collision here at the first base. So, boom. Got on top of it a little too much. Got to get the hips through next time. Oh, look at that. That's a concussion right there. That man playing first base is in no way, shape, or form allowed to make any executive decisions for 48 hours. I know how this works. Watch his head. His head, boom. Yep, that's a concussion, bud. That guy's got to get checked out. He should not be allowed to make any decisions politically for at least 48 hours. That's another one. Okay. Wow. I mean, these guys are getting after it. You're thinking to yourself, they don't like each other, right? They hate each other because that's what we're thought. That's what we think. Red, blue, all that. But they're just out there supposed to have fun. These guys were talking, laughing, getting along, and I'm like, where's this? What, you guys can't have this same mutual feeling when you guys got to go vote on stuff? Okay. And why I'm talking about, I never thought that I would have the opportunity and even really want to like touch on this politically, but they're playing sports. So I was like, I have to take this opportunity to go, what did I just watch? Okay. Here's another one. Someone put a quarter in the merry-go-round. Watch how this thing breaks out. You might as well put on like the circus music with this one, okay? Because this is pure little league baseball right here. Everybody's going to have a flashback to your child, except again, grown men making decisions for America. Here they are. 21-9 the score is, by the way, at this point. All right, here we go. Let's throw it down to third. We're going to run at him. Okay. Yep, so now, bad baseball play. Should have held the guys back. Nobody would have scored. Now that run will score because he crosses the plate. Thanks for not jumping on it like a 3-year-old. Now the ball is completely elsewhere. Watch this man hawk him down. Wow. Look at him. Do you know what that was? Like, seriously, watch. Like at first, when this guy gets the ball, so we've already seen them try to get the guy at third. He scores. The guy from second moves to third. This guy from first, okay, decides to get in the mix. When the guy gets the ball around second base, it's a little tough to see, I know, so that's why I'm describing it. When he starts running, I thought to myself, there's nobody at first base for him to throw it to. Oh my God, he's got to be an athlete and go hawk him down. There's a guy at first. All he had to do was flip it. Nope. And he's pumped. This guy's jacked up. Look at him. Yeah, man. Hamstring's still working. Didn't tear anything. Look at this guy. He's like, he pushed me. Pushed me hard. Mad. They're fired up. Fired up in that dugout. You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. As a person who played baseball, that guy didn't trust the guy at first base to catch the ball. Guy's selfish. Wanted to do it all himself. But I will give him credit. 50-plus-year-old man hawking some other man, 50-plus. Well, that guy looked a little older. Down. Thank you. I feel better. I can't wait till my next check and I can see where this money went. To me, it's mind-boggling. And here's just some images from the whole night to show you. There's the trophy. There's a nice little picture of the pitcher and the catcher, little Democrat, Republican fist bump. 16 is about to completely destroy the catcher. Okay. That's absolutely going to happen there. The catcher looks like he wants nothing to do with what's about to happen. I guarantee you that got barreled. As you can see, number 4 at the top literally went. Do you remember when our kicker got kicked by Antonio Brown in football? That's exactly what happened there. Straight knee to the face. And down at the bottom, those are American flag socks, and I'm not sure what kind of shoes. And as a baseball player, I am absolutely ashamed that that's how he would wear his pants, because that looks absolutely ridiculous. Not really quite sure what, again, I watched last night, but you can't make this stuff up. You honestly can't make that up. I have no clue. The final score, if you were wondering, of that game, yeah, you guessed it, 31-11. And let me tell you how they did the whole showing. What they started to do is you didn't get to watch the entirety of the game. They clipped it up. And guess what they decided to give you? You never got to see the Republicans batting, and they scored 31 runs. I got to watch the Democrats who scored 11. Why? See, you're teasing me. You're absolutely picking on people and you're making it a problem. And this is why we get angry. Okay. Why in God's green earth would I want to watch that game to begin with? And if I do, stupid enough, I did watch it, you're not going to let me see any of the runs. I want steroids. I want home runs. I want scoring. Okay. So there it is. All right. Moving on, because I could just get on the tangent about it. But this is honestly my feeling the entire time when I was watching that. Like, oh my God. That's a picture of James Harden. I thought this was too cool not to share. James Harden was at Rajon Rondo. I'm saying that wrong. I apologize. Wedding. They threw the bouquet. His girlfriend, significant other, caught it. He knows what it means. That man looks shook, scared, all the above. That's how I looked when I was watching the congressional charity event last night. What else will I be watching? This is coming up. Chestnut and Kobayashi are going at unfinished beef. There they are, both shoving those glycerine sticks right down their gullets. And it's an absolutely disgusting competition. Do I watch? Absolutely, because apparently nothing screams, 4th of July, that kind of area of summer, as, two guys shoving glizzies. That's what I was just told they were called. And I don't know what that is, but someone asked me how many times I would use it today. And I said, I'll try not to use it at all, but I just used it once just so I could act like I know what I'm talking about. So I probably butchered it. I apologize for trying to act like I could remotely be hip, cool, or even in touch with current language. But these two are going to go at it on Netflix. Okay, awesome. Perfect. Great. What are they going to eat? What are they going to eat? I'd like to see like a buffet. Like, could we get like let's go Ponderosa, like both of them on both sides, and they just got to work their way down. Okay. I miss Ponderosa. If you can't tell, that totally just made me think of it. US Open has taken off, and that's what was mentioned right here. The over under on arrest for Scheffler this weekend. I love Rory McIlroy's comment that came out. He said the only thing that is keeping Scheffler from winning golf tournaments is a jail cell. That is great humor. Absolute great humor. Scheffler is definitely the man right now, believe it or not. Let me make sure this is updated. I want to update this because I was excited. Tiger Woods is sitting 1 under through 6. So Tiger right now, currently in the lead. Mark it down. Tiger's going from start to finish. No, he's not. Sergio Garcia, other names that are in it. Brooks Koepka sitting at 1 under as well. Tony Finau, as I'm just kind of working down. Colin Morikawa, last week's runner-up, is sitting at even through 5. And I don't believe Scheffler's even went off yet. So I would say under on the 0.5, but still, I like that. All right, guys, random news to wrap everything up. This is just random. Oh, my bad. That is not random news. This is random news. Right there, John Rahm. John Rahm has exited the U.S. Open, withdrawn. He has a foot injury. Who would have thought? So Rahm not there. Wasn't playing well in the last major. Been struggling since he's went over to that live tour, but we hope John Rahm gets healthy and gets back out there. We need someone to give Scotty a little bit of a run. Down at the bottom, I thought was funny. That is who's Doc Rivers. I had no idea who he was. I'm not a sports sports fan. F and P's today are struggling for me. It's Thursday. It's the end of the week. That's Lawrence Fishburne. Okay, he's going to be playing Doc Rivers. He doesn't know who he is. You mean to tell me neither one of these two whole life, someone hasn't come up to and said, you look like Lawrence Fishburne. You look like Doc Rivers. They look like brothers, and you don't know who he is. My gosh, there's people apparently there's one guy that looks like me, and I mean, people will call me all the time. Hey, are you so and so? Are you here? No, I think they call them Dopplergangers or Doppler or something like that. I butcher that as well. But Lawrence Fishburne, let's not play silly. You have to know who Doc Rivers are. You guys are the exact same age. You guys came, I think, probably from the same womb. Okay, so we'll figure that out. The very top, that is the 2024 Paris Olympics women's basketball roster. Congratulations to all of those ladies. AJ Wilson from the Aces, Brianna Stewart from the Liberty, Sabrina, not going to even try that last name, from the Liberty, Kelsey Plum from the Aces, Brittany Griner makes it. That'll be interesting. Got to be a little careful when you go overseas, Brittany. Let's not let her pack her bag, okay? Jewel Lloyd from the Storm, Diana Taurasi, still kicking it. Diana Taurasi's been on it since like they started the Women's Olympics. It's like the record-setting sixth one, I think I saw. Chelsea Gray from the Aces as well. Collier from the Lynx, Alyssa Thomas from the Sun, Khalil Cooper from the Mercury, and Jackie Young from the Aces as well. So the Aces well represented in that roster format. We don't see any Caitlin Clark. Why don't we see Caitlin Clark? Because she's to the right in that bottom right-hand one. That is her towering over a child, and she swatted him. This kid just dribbling around, wants to shoot a little bit with her. They're out there. Rim's probably around like 8 feet. This kid jacks one up. Caitlin sends it right back in his face, pretty much making this child cry. She didn't make the child cry. It was all in fun. It was, I think like an event, another charity event, but something like that to going on. But she is not on the Olympics, and that was like this big thing, and people want to know why, because they know that the market draw is completely there. She'll be there for years and years and years to come. Her not making it right now, I think I absolutely would side with it, because I would say, what is that, 10? Yeah. 9 out of 10 of those ladies deserve it. Okay. So it is what it is. I think you could substitute Brittany Griner just because of all the controversy and everything. I don't know if I'd really want to have that around the team, but if the rest of the ladies there feel that she's completely fine and they can work around any of the chaos that might assume with her, that's perfectly fine. Caitlin Clark could have took that, but there's not a lot of ladies in the WNBA that are of Brittany Griner's stature. I mean, she's huge. I mean, just that's that. I would draft her. You know what I mean? Like as a first round pick. But outside of that, those ladies are deserving, is my point. Actually, all of them are. I know I'm teasing about the Brittany Griner thing, but you can't just have Caitlin Clark walk in because of the history that she has set forth when she was in college and just say automatically you're going to be in over this because we want ratings. I think it's a nice move by the WNBA, and it is what it is at that point. Below where she's swatting a child's dreams, that's Usain Bolt, who tore his Achilles. Yes, that's right. The fastest man alive has torn his Achilles, and he said that he'll be perfectly fine. You know who wasn't fast enough? That kid from Cincinnati. This picture, we shared it yesterday. The accuracy of that taser is amazing. The person who caught that picture, that's amazing. That is absolutely ridiculous. What is going on there? I think most people need to understand that if you go over that wall to get your 5 seconds of fame that you think you're going to get, you better really make it worth it. Okay. Because at the end of the day, they're going to tase you. Okay. And I don't know if I touched on it, but during that beautiful congressional game, I don't know if I had it on there. Anyways, there was 8 people that were arrested at that game. Same idea. Okay. They got on the field. They were climate controlled. They were protesting and they were arrested. Has nothing to do with your message. I support that. I support the idea of thinking that out loud, speaking it, all the above. Once you get on the field, you're going to get tased. Okay. I've thought about it. Trust me. I would, as a kid, as a 20-year-old, I was like, man, I bet you I can make it from foul pole to foul pole. Nope, not happening. Okay. Not happening. After the guy who won because he got on and streaked, they're going to change the game on that. Okay. Remember the bet that the guy made? He said if someone ended up doing that during the Super Bowl, he got paid. I don't know if that was actually truly confirmed to be absolutely true, but still, it was interesting. So there's your news. This weekend, it's Father's Day weekend. So like it starts now. So I want to wish every father out there, there's this one clip in Parenthood. It's a Steve Martin movie. And Keanu Reeves, okay, is dating somebody in the family, and he's talking with his potential mother-in-law, and they're talking about dads. And the comment that just always sticks with me is, you have to have a license to fish, you have to have a license to drive, but they'll let any, and he uses a word, a-hole, be your father. Think about that. Okay, they'll give you a license to fish. You have to have all that, but anybody can be anybody's dad. But if you're there, you're around, you're involved, you are a father that truly has tried. Hey, I appreciate you because it's not easy. I know it's not easy. I struggle with it on a daily basis. But to every dad out there that is doing it, and it is doing it to the best of their known ability that they are trying, I want to tell you happy Father's Day. You are appreciated. And even if it's not going perfect for you and you have some kids or, that you're not being able to speak to, guys, hang in there. All right. You're a dad for a reason. You can always salvage that. Enjoy this weekend. Get out. The weather's beautiful today. Get out to the pool and then, enjoy the whole weekend and cap it off with the U.S. Open and hopefully Scotty Scheffler not getting arrested. All right. Guys, thank you so much for being able to tune in this past week. Again, another week wrapped up, and I will be back for sure, at least again on Tuesday. It's coming up here soon. I'm going to end up taking a little break here at some point, but it's just like sports keeps happening. So I just got to keep talking, right? Got to keep talking. You guys got to keep watching. You got to keep hitting like. You got to keep hitting follow. Go out, check out the rest of the content that we have on 330 to go. Always trying to bring you all the information we can from the latest, greatest, hottest, moving, growing network. I didn't even say that completely correct, but you know what I mean. Go check us out because we're happy to always bring you guys any of the latest and greatest news. I am your host again, Matt McGall, being back here again Tuesday morning, 9 a.m. Enjoy the weekend. Go say something nice to somebody you don't know. That's my new catch line. I'm sticking with it. All right, guys. Thanks for thinking of me and have a great rest of the weekend.